you always leave the reader pondering a certain question in your book. So what's the question in Vengeance?
The question is really, what does it mean to be right? Each of the characters is right from their own viewpoint. And as a writer, it's my job to make you buy into each of the three main characters as the protagonist. When I wrote it, that means that you have to shift allegiance every time the point of view shifts. So your protagonist and your antagonist shift. When you're following Sin, you're against Owen, you're against Lee. And when you're following Owen, you're trying to catch Sin and Lee. And you have to buy in as the reader each time that changes. And so that was a big challenge. But it gets at that idea that we don't all view things from the same point, and we can all be right at the same time.
So is there something in the pages of this book that would surprise the reader to know about how it came to be?
Absolutely. I think initially I was watching a movie, and the movie shall remain nameless, but I didn't like the ending. I didn't like the way the characters interacted. I thought, that's not right. It goes like this. And so I plotted out the whole book. I knew how it ended. I had Sin and Lee completely fleshed out as characters. I sat down and started writing. And on page 4, I hit writer's block. Well, I don't know. I need something else. And I got up. I walked away from the computer. And I took one circuit around my house. I had a loop, worked one loop. And I came back and I sat down. And I knew I had, at that moment, invented the character of Owen. And he's integral to the story. It wouldn't be Vengeance without Owen. But he didn't exist when I started writing it. And he didn't exist until page 4. So helpful. But yeah, I almost got myself arrested a handful of times researching this book.